Hello, I bought this faulty Erbauer EXT 18 volt lithium ion 4 amp hour battery off Facebook Marketplace. Of all places to buy any items, it's probably the best place is it to buy anything is Facebook Marketplace, because you just can't trust people on there. Anyway, I stupidly did that. But yeah, I bought this knowing it's broken, so the fault with this one is I have to show you the listing as well as I'm saying this, but apparently this was brand new, under warranty. He's lost a receipt. It doesn't charge up now after I think 3 times of usage, blah blah blah. And here we are, now I've got it. So yeah, I bought this for £10. So straight away the battery indicator doesn't work as shown here. However, it does actually function on my drill. Yeah, so we'll do it at power, and apparently it doesn't charge either. So it won't charge either. So 2 faults, won't charge, and the battery indicator is not working. However, it does actually power a drill. So a bit of a weird one, really. I think the only thing we can do, guys, is get into it. So it looks like we've got some sort of security Torx screws. So let's get them out. Oh, and for reference, I've got my other Erbauer battery pack here, so just show you that's what it should look like when that is working, the battery indicator. Right, let's get these out. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Right, shall we unveil this? Da, 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 da. Balls. Well guys, it looks like it's been under the sea. Under the sea. Yes, so that's rusted, this spring here. We've got lovely gooiness going on here with corrosion in there. So just lift it up the camera so you guys can see. Look at all this gooiness, look, great. Yeah, the guy didn't say in the listing that he got wet, did he? No. Yes, there you go, don't buy from Facebook. Alright, well, straight away, not great seeing that. This is interesting though. It's sort of like this bus bar here. It's got a small, tiny linkage there. I wonder if that acts as like a fuse. If it draws too much current, that will just basically melt or break if there's too much current. That's pretty interesting. Yes. Right, let's get this out further, if it does come out further. Lovely job there. Oh, this just looks so nice. Yeah, I really should have wore gloves for this. Right, I'm going to get some wipes and stuff. Yeah, uno momento. Right, so let's give all this a wipe. Not sure what this is. I think it's some sort of adhesive foam, maybe, to keep the battery pack snug. But it's just gone all, well, it's just dissolved, isn't it? Let's face it. Some sort of paper card to protect the cells. Lovely. Very nice. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is before I do anything, I just want to get this cleaned up. And I think the only way we're going to clean this up is by getting this cover off, exposing the cells, and going from there. So I'm going to have to desolder this here, which looks to be the negative terminal, main negative, positive. So yeah, negative in, positive in. Obviously your balance leads here. Some sort of thermistor, I'm guessing, going across here, or temp sensor, one of the two. So yeah, I have to desolder those. Right guys, this thing is absolutely filthy. Just look at the state of this kitchen towel wipe. I cannot get this clamshell apart that holds the cells in place. I'm guessing you need to take off the tabs, so I reckon I put the casing together first, put the cells in, and then they put the tabs over the top. So even though I took the screws out, it's not going to come out at all. So yeah, I can't replicate these tabs. I don't have a spot welder. I used to have a spot welder actually, I used to, but I don't have it no more. So I'm not going to solder the tabs. So what I'm going to do is clean these up as best I can. Use some hot air to dry the cells as well, and same for this side. We'll get this temperature sensor out of this board. It comes through the board, through this hole, and at the top. So I'm just going to expose this top layer of the board here to desolder the two wires to pull that through. So then we go have the board separate and can clean it up on its own. So yeah, let's get this out first. Right guys, so a few things have happened here. One, I've exposed the board now, the epoxy's gone. So if we need to do any sort of diagnosis on the board, we can when this is back together. I've cleaned the contacts here as best I can. I've cleaned on the board as best I can. I've cleaned the sides of the cells, or the negative, the cathode and anode on either side as best I can. I've used a lot of contact cleaner as well. Yes, I'm hoping the contact cleaner will seep in and act as a barrier to stop any more or any future erosion or corrosion. Right guys, so here's where we're at right now. So it's all back together. All the balance leads are back in place. I had to change this one because it snapped off. So what I've done on here on this tab is used solder wick, folded it over. Brother, so it's double layered, and then just wicked it with solder. So go across these two cells here, and then this terminal as well, this tab. So that should be fine. It's a bit rudimentary, don't get me wrong. If I had the tabs and a spot welder, like I said before, I'd do that instead, but I don't have that, so this is my workaround. Appreciate it's not the best. And if we measure across the contacts, you will see we have voltage still. So voltage DC, angry pixie meter. So 18.2 volts. Okay, and I did check across each cell, so I'll show you here. 3.6. 3.6. Just I'm not going to do every single one, but I have checked this before, and they're all within the same value, 3.6. So they're all balanced charge each cell, so I'm happy with that. That's good. Last thing is the switch on the little battery indicator is not working. So across this pad here and this pad diagonally, it should be closed circuit with the switch engaged. So let's put it into continuity, might help. But it's not, it's open circuit, so that switch has failed. I'll show you on this one. This is when I've robbed off a board, a spare board I've laying around. I don't have any of these switches new. It's going to be a bit of a pain to show you this, but let's put you there, you there. So yeah, you get the idea. So that will go into there, and that should work then. So yeah, let's get this off quickly. Okay, right, that's the new switch in place. Let's give it a go, shall we? Bam. There we go. So a few faults to this, it appears. 1, the switch is gone on this battery indicator. 2, corrosion across the battery pack. So yeah, let's see if that fixes the charging issue as well. So let's get this back together. Right, we've got two bars of battery, so about halfway, or 50% charged. Let's see if it works still. So it still works. Let's see if it charges, shall we? No. Red is bad. Red bad. Okay, so that's not fixed anything. Let's show you my 5Ah battery, what it should do when it's charging, just for reference. So the fan kicks in even, ramps up even more on the charger, and we've got a green flashing light, so we're charging. That's how it should be. Right, this is still not charging, not good. Let's get this apart. Clearly something's gone on the actual BMS itself, the battery management board. I assume. Let's get this apart and delve into it again. Huzzah!
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Right guys, unfortunately I have some bad news.
I've got some sad and tragic news.
I spent a number of hours now on this since I tested it charging, which it doesn't. I've had the had a look at the BMS under microscope, compare it to the one on this one, so comparing all the components, doing a comparison across, and the components seem fine, so I reckon it's locked out on the chip itself, which I can do nothing about that. I can't seem to get any sort of reference on that chip either. So looks like I can't do nothing with this, unfortunately. So today, machine has won. Just a look, you can't see, but a tear has just, you know, run down my cheek. You know, quite sad. Hey, it is what it is though. So I'll keep this for the future. Either I use it as spares, so it's got 10 18650 cells which I can use for other projects and repairs, or I can try and get another BMS for this, maybe a third party BMS if that's possible. Right, anyway, enough of that. I tried, you know, at least we've got the battery indicator working, cleaned it up as well, but yeah, it's locked itself out, it looks like. So yeah, machine won, machine has won. Right, that is it. I'm depressed now. Okay, bye-bye.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Goodbye.